Let me see you move.
Hi everyone, Holly Nicholas Signorelli, your money therapist. And I want to talk about something that I think is so important, and it's about mortgages and how much you put down on your house. What's happened is in 2008 and 9, so many people lost their homes and everything was so catastrophic that now we have what I call the flip-flop theory. And it's very simple. It means that because of the one extreme that happened then, now everyone's going to the other extreme. And what they're doing is they're putting too much down on their house. And you may think that sounds weird, but after years and years of doing this, over 20 years, I've seen this happen a lot. If you should never ever put more money down on your house than you have in your savings. The last thing you want to be is house poor or cash poor, okay? So number one, when you go to get your house, you need to go over your budget and make sure that you stay in line with what you can afford. And do not budge on that. And make sure that the mortgage payment, the tax, and the MIP, if you have that, that's mortgage insurance premium for anybody that doesn't know that, falls in that dollar amount. And again, do not budge on that. My husband and I did that, and we were so happy with the house that we're in. Okay? And number two, it's okay to have MIP. It's great if you don't have MIP. It is an extra expense, but it's not the end of the world, because if you're in a payment that you can afford, then you're still going to be okay. But again, if you don't have savings, if you don't have an abundance of money, then putting extra money down on your house, what happens is people get cash poor and then they refinance their own house and pull their own money back. And please, God forbid you pay for your house in full, especially if you do not have money in your savings. And yes, I see that a lot too, because a lot of people have had banner years this last year or two, depending on where they live, and they're like, oh, I'm going to take this chunk of money and I'm going to buy this dream house, and then guess what? They owe taxes at the end of the year, they have no savings, and it doesn't work that way. It needs to be balanced. And remember this too, and this is really important. If you have money in the bank, you can always fall back on that to make a payment. If you're worried that, hey, what am I going to do if I lose my job? How I'm going to pay for this? It's the same money. It's still there. At least maybe it's earning something. And then you can fall back on it if you did go without work for 3 months. Okay? So let's get rid of the emotional and fear-based decision that causes people to put too much money down on their house, or like 50%, and get cash poor and then have to pull that money out. And you can do that by working with the right professional. Even professionals have to work with other professionals when we're making decisions too, because we don't want to make decisions based on the past and get too caught up in the emotional component of it. That's what makes people do that, especially when it comes to their home. Everybody, have a great week. Bye-bye.